A very good morning to all of you. My name is Shruti Mishra and I'm Assistant Professor of Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today our topic is Introduction to the Industrial Relations. First of all, we need to understand the concept of the IR. What exactly industrial relations means. Industrial relations aims at building a strong relation between the employer and the employees as well as the employees amongst themselves. So IR is basically about the having a good sound and a strong relationship which an employer and employer are having with each other, and even the employees are having among themselves. A strong industrial relations ensure the protection of the employee's interest and successful attainment of the organizational objectives. So basically, the main objective of industrial relation is to protect the interest of the employees, they protect the interest of the employees with the parallelly with the attainment of the organizational objectives in the smooth and the efficient manner. What you need to do that you need to discuss with the different authors that what they have written about the IR. The person can be Armstrong, the person can be Delhi order, and whatever you feel like you can add those definitions as well. Now let's talk about the scope of the IR. What exactly the scope means. The first one is labor relations. So basically the scope of the IR is there should be the first priority of the IR is having a smooth relationship between the labor and the management. Between the labor and the management, or you can say between the trade union and the management, because here the trade union is basically for the laborers. So if we say that the labor and the management, or the trade union and the management, both are same. Next one is employer and employee relationship. Now there is another scope of the IR where we can say that the employer and employee having a certain type of relationship that should also be very smooth. So this one is the next another kind of a scope of the IR. The third one is the role of the various parties, employers, employees, and the state in maintaining the industrial relations. So IR is having three different parties. First one is employer, second one is employee, and third one is a state. State means state government. The fourth one is the mechanism of handling the conflicts between the employer and employees in case of conflict arise. So the basic and the most important scope of the IR is handling the conflicts. Handling the conflicts between the employer and employees in case if the conflict arise. Now, next is the main aspect of the industrial relations can be identified as follows. These three are the main aspect in which the IR deals. First one is promotion and development of the healthy labor management relations. There should be every organization needs a healthy relationship between the labor and management, and because of that only the organization survive and sustain in market. Second one is maintenance of the industrial peace and avoidance of the industrial strife. So next point is that is IR's main objective, or you can say the main aspect is to deal with the industrial peace. If the organization is not having the peace in the if the organization is not having the peace, and there is a continuous strife between the labor parties, or between the trade union and the management, the success of the organization will be blocked. The third one is development and the growth of the industrial democracy. Yes, it is a very important point that there should be a proper growth and development of the industrial democracy. Let's talk about the industrial relations aspect. There are few other aspects as well which are also important. Promotion and development of the healthy relations at the plant and the industry level, obviously, as we talked about earlier. Second point is maintenance of the industrial peace. Obviously, we have discussed it. Promotion of the industrial democracy and through the participation scheme. Now, here, when we talk about the participation scheme, it is basically for the employees who are because every organization wants their employees have a certain type of say in the top management. So there are the certain type of many participation scheme which has been launched by the organization, that there there sh- that the employee should feel that there is a democratic environment in the organization, and this will increase a harmonious relation between the labor and the management. Another one is group relation between the various group of the workmen. Uh, like the workers are also having a different groups, so industrial relations also make a peace and the harmonious relations between among those groups as well. Community relations between the industry and the society. So industrial relation is not just bounded to the organization only, it is also having the certain dimensions which are out of the organization. Like if we talk about the community development, yes, industrial relations should also have a responsibility to develop the community as well as the organization. Promotion and development of the healthy labor management relations, prevention of the industrial dispute, and maintenance of the industrial peace and harmony. Now, let's talk about the objectives of the IR. Objectives of the IR are the 7 points. First one is foster and establish the relationship between the workers and the management by safeguarding the interest. Yes, industrial relation is very much important for safeguarding the interest of the workers, because the workers are the, you can say, they are the lowest body of any manufacturing unit of any of the organization. So their interest need to be safeguarded, and their interest can only be safeguarded with the industrial relations, with the smooth industrial relations. Avoid the industrial conflicts and strikes by developing the mutuality among the interest of the concerned parties. Obviously, industrial relations, if there will be a smooth industrial relations, the industrial conflicts and strikes will be avoided. Keep as far as possible strikes, lockouts, and ghettos by enhancing the economic status of the workers. Yes, when the economic status of the workers will be good, the the strikes and the lockouts and the gheravs will be avoided. The fourth one is provide an opportunity to the workers to participate in the management and the decision making process. Now, as we have talked earlier about this, that is participation schemes. So here, when we are talking about if the workers has a certain type of say in the management, or they can make certain type of decisions, they will feel that they are the part of the organization. So if they will feel that they are the part of the organization, the relation will be harmonious, the relation will be good, the relation will be smooth between the management and the employees. Next one is avoid the unnecessary interference of the government. Now, as we have talked earlier, that there are the three parties. Like first one is employer, second one is employee, and third one is government. So government only interfere when the matter is escalated by the trade union, or matter is escalated by the management. So what this point says, that the industrial relations should be so smooth, so we can avoid the unnecessary interference of the government. Next point says that is establish and nurse the industrial democracy. Yes, industrial democracy is very much important, which can only be successfully done by the industrial relations. It is based on the labor partnership in the profit sharing, in the sharing of the profits and the managerial decisions. So when some organization benefited themselves with the when some organization get or receive the profit from the market, they should share those profit with their employees as well. So the employee will feel that they are the part of the organization, and they will work more hard for the organization and for their employer. So that will also increase, or that will also smoothen the relationship between the employer and employees. Next one says that is also the last point, which says that the state control over the industrial undertakings with the view to regulating the production and promoting the harmonious industrial relations. So it's a vice versa process. If you are having the good production process, you will promote the harmonious relations. Relations will be good between the employer and the employees, because the profit will be increased, and profit will be shared by the management and by the employees. Likewise, similarly, in vice versa, you can say that if there will be good harmonious relationship, the production will be increased. So these are the vice versa processes which we can see, that if the industrial relation will be good, so the production will be good. If the production will be good, industrial relation will also be smoothened. So these are all the points of the objectives, as we have talked about the introduction of the industrial relations. We'll see you in the next class. We'll talk about the different other topics about the industrial relations. Thank you. Till then, take care.